Jeremy here, and I embarked on a little bit of a data mining journey because I've been kind of intrigued into about what's going on with Fnm. All I keep hearing is attendance is down, attendance is down. Originally, I thought it was just burnout. Then it seemed like everyone kind of agreed that standard was too expensive. So I did what Wizards of the Coast probably should have done, asked the people. And I received close to 400 or 500 responses, whether it on Facebook or on Twitter, or my personal email, or in personal conversations with people that I know that don't go to Fnm. And I just kind of asked a simple question. Non-leading, said, hey, if you don't attend Fnm, would you mind telling me why? And as the hundreds of responses rolled in, it was very easy to divide everything into three camps. Two of the things I think we can't really do anything about, but one, and the most surprising one of all, I guess in the year and the environment that we've had, I guess I'm not surprised. But first of all, most people or many people said, well, I don't have a local game store in my area. Okay, can't do much about that. Two, or it was too far, right? There was no local game store, or it was too far away. Two, many people cited not enough money. Now, this is a complex reason. You know, not enough money. Do they not have the $2 or $3 it costs for admission? Do they not have the money to buy what they consider competitive deck? Do they not have money to draft? I don't know. But not enough money came up a ton, and there's really nothing as players we can do to help that. Now, everyone wants to trumpet about how this is the cheapest standard in a million years, and everyone should be happy that, you know, the top 8 decks all cost just $300. But the reality of the fact is that is still way too much money for a standard deck, in my opinion. Even crossing the $100 mark, given how often we have to replace large portions of our deck and rotation, anything over $100 is too expensive, in my opinion. But the answers that kept coming in, that surprised me the most, were toxicity. And it occurred to me in my years of being online here, almost a decade of YouTubing, I've pissed off my fair share of people, right? And most people, if you piss them off, they just leave and they never come back. So local game stores have been wondering where their players are going. Well, let me tell you, the reason players aren't playing in Fnm is overwhelmingly other Magic players, at least according to these responses, which a cross-section worldwide, but most of the players seem to be responding from the United States. And I was really surprised by that. There is a possibility that just, my reach only extends to people that have bad experiences with local game stores, but that's very unlikely. Time and time again, people were commenting on toxic players. People were too competitive. It felt like an insider type environment. And I was pretty disheartened to read just the sheer number of responses. Holding a strong percentage, 20-30% or more of the responses were in regards to the community. And that was sad. But the important thing is, this means it's something we can fix. Reading through all these responses, it really, really reminded me of when you have a failing bar or restaurant. Oftentimes, when they come in and want to flip it, the first thing they do is get rid of the regulars. Oftentimes, when a bar is failing, it's a group of people that bar thinks they can't survive without, when in fact, that clique or group of people are often the ones keeping others out. And these ultra-competitive, cliquey local game stores, and Obviously, this is not all, right? I didn't ask people who are happy about F&M why they're happy about it. I asked them why they're not going. But these local game stores, I think, really need to take a hard look at those 8 or 10 people they might consider friends or regulars and wonder, how many people have they scared off over the years? The other thing I really noticed was people aren't having fun. And that's really sad because Magic the Gathering is supposed to be fun, right? I mean, it's a game. And that is something local game stores can do something about. They need to cater to the casual, non-try-hard environment. F&M needs to be about more than paving the way to the Pro Tour, which is what it seems to be at a lot of local game stores. It needs to be about having fun. Maybe F&Ms need to just have some more events, have separate events going on. You have a competitive tournament. Maybe you have a beginner's tournament, or maybe you have Magic board game night where you play the board game, or you play Duels of the Planeswalkers on a game shop PlayStation or Xbox or whatever. I don't know what the exact answer is, but it's clear to me if a local game store is struggling, making Magic fun again, hashtag make Magic fun again, is a huge way that they can help bring people back to F&M. Everything I'm hearing, I think Wizards thought, oh boy, no one's coming to F&M because, we changed rotation. Wrong. I didn't think that was going to fix it. Maybe they did. But if people have one bad experience, they don't usually come back and they don't usually tell you. So as local game store owners, you need to be more in tune with your players. I know there are a lot of good local game store owners, but sometimes we want to be friends with our customers. Sometimes we get too caught up and we forget that we're running a business and we don't pay attention to maybe the fringes. But the problem is when you make people feel unwelcome, they either never come back, maybe they won't quit the game, but they're not going to come back. And they're never going to tell you why. They're telling me why. It's because they're not having fun. So local game stores, please don't wait for Wizards of the Coast to fix standard. I think we can all agree the payouts suck. Wizards can do better with that. I don't think Wizards has shown any capability or willingness to try to make standard really more affordable. I mean, they have these lottery cards and said it was to make standard more affordable, but the reality is it was to sell more packs. I mean, I'm sorry if you disagree with me, but that's just not the reality. Local game stores, make F&M fun again. Think outside the box. Have trivia night. Have anything that will bring people who love Magic into your stores on Friday to spend money. The only way to make money, the problem is so many local game stores think the only way to make money is selling singles and selling packs for draft. And that is so short-sighted. And that's how you become vulnerable to market shifts when people get sick of standard or you have a bad standard. Magic players like myself come in and come out, but we always love the game. We will always spend money on the game. But we won't always feel like competing competitively or getting ground down by the same 3 decks or the same 3 players all the time. Maybe we want to come hang out at a place where we can do something a little different each Friday. Maybe we'll draft one Friday. Maybe we'll join Constructed another Friday. Maybe we'll play EDH. Maybe we'll do Magic Trivia. Maybe we'll play Duels of the Planeswalkers. Maybe we'll come and play the Magic board game. I don't know. I think there are way more creative ideas than this, but I think making Magic fun again is a huge step in the right direction. And the amount of people responding, I'm going to show you some evidence because I know people think I'm a bit of a salt lord, but the fact of the matter is I love this game just as much as anybody. I'm probably overly critical, but I don't want to see local game stores fail. And local game store owners, you need to be more proactive. Stop waiting for Wizards to bail you out all the time. They can barely keep their own stuff together. Make Magic fun again.
Good to see ya, how you been? Your show started by now, I think I'll settle in. No hesitation since you're stuck in high, and now my interest is thin. Continue on, let me hear the part. Conviction strong, win or race you start. Step closer to me, make sure I can see you're the authority on any task. I'm listening. Tell me about your troubles and all the things that irritate you. I'm looking forward, I can't wait to hear all about your chips and how your shoulders are breaking. 'Cause my life lacks the joy and thrill of your grievances. Well, listening is a skill. Words are hazardous, loudmouth and iron-willed. A dim simplicity dictates that I'm still listening. I've been here too long. The conversation peaked where you almost choked on your drink. I've been here too long, listening to you dribble on. I'm listening, so please go on. I've been here too long, catching bullshit that you've thrown. I'm listening, so please go on.